Hello everyone, this is Ninja Girl Socket 1 here, and after an extremely long wait, Tangled the series / Rapunzel's Tangled Adventure is finally back with its third and final season. We got the season 3 premiere today, which is of course titled Rapunzel's Return, and oh my god, what an episode! What an episode to start the season with! Oh my god. This episode was written by Ricky Roxborough, who is so good. Thank you. This episode was fantastic. Not that he probably will see this, but, you know. They do pay attention to us fans, so the crew is so good. Anyway. But yeah, he wrote this episode. It's amazing. And, yeah, I have to review this. I love the show so much. I'm so happy it's back. But for those who do not want to be spoiled and have not seen this episode yet, I'm going to give you a moment to go ahead and click off before getting into spoilers. Because, oh man, there was so much that we got answered in this episode. But yeah, I know people don't want to be spoiled. I was so afraid I'd be spoiled before the episode came out today because it was technically on Disney Now already. So, yeah, but I will be getting into spoilers in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so the episode begins, of course, right where Destinies Collide left off. With that amazing cliffhanger. Jeez. And we finally learn what it was that Cassandra saw behind that freaking door in the House of Yesterday's Tomorrow, and why she chose to do what she did. So, basically what happened is, she was lured in by some kind of spirit, a ghost. I'm not sure who it exactly was. It looked like the woman from Painter's Block, who is also a follower of Zantiri, but I don't know for sure. But yeah, this spirit lured Cassandra in, and at first she thought, maybe this ghost will lead me to Rapunzel, because she was, at first, looking for her. That was why the whole group had split up, remember? So yeah. But it turns out, what she was shown, and what she was being led to, was basically seeing her very deeply buried memories, I guess, would be the best way to describe it. She saw her younger self. And, we see her mother. And it's Mother freaking Gothel. Yes, Cassandra is Gothel's biological daughter. So all of you who thought that, wait a minute, she looks a lot like Gothel, there's something up with that. Bingo, you were absolutely right. I actually thought that had been, like, deconfirmed long ago. Maybe they did say she wasn't to throw people off so we wouldn't think that and figure it out. Because obviously, that was during Season 1 days, so no, we were not supposed to know any of that stuff. But, yep, she is Gothel's daughter. And of course, Gothel treated her like crap, as it turns out. And the whole melody of Waiting in the Wings, I guess it's something she learned from Gothel, maybe? Or it's just, we see her younger self singing a song with the same melody, I guess. I don't think Gothel taught her anything, but yeah. So we got to hear that lovely melody again. That song is good. I'm just very angry with Cassandra, but anyway. So yeah, and it turns out the night that Gothel went and kidnapped Rapunzel when she was a baby, she tried to go back to her house, where Cassandra was, but instead of getting Cassandra, she decided to cut the rope that was holding the bridge to her house, because the guards had started catching up with her. So she cut the rope that was holding the bridge to her house, abandoned Cassandra, and that's when the captain of the guard took her in and, well, had raised her ever since. And, yeah, basically her motivation is Cassandra felt and was sick of, in her mind, of being pushed aside for Rapunzel. She was sick of Rapunzel always being chosen over her. So, that's her motivation. She was sick of being second place. So, yeah. I understand, sort of, Cass's motivation, but I'm still very pissed at her. So, no, I'm not going to forgive her just yet. But after all this is revealed, Rapunzel still tries, because this is who Rapunzel is, She tries to reach out to her and get her. Cass, we're friends. And if you really are Gothel's daughter, we're basically sisters too, which is true. So she tries reaching out. She tries to make her understand and see that she never meant to make Cass feel that way. She never meant it that way. They start singing a duet, but this one is not a happy one like View From Up Here was. This is just Rapunzel trying so hard, and Cassandra almost stops, but it doesn't work. Cassandra runs off, and that's it. For now, anyway. Oh boy. So yeah, Cass is full-on evil. She is embracing this now. Yeah. So, it's gonna take a lot to get her back on our side, maybe. But I think she will eventually be back on the side of good. Just not right now. Oh boy. So yeah, after that, the mime ruffian, I forget his name. Ulf? Is that his name? I want to say that is, but I'm not sure. Yeah. He arrives in an air balloon and tells Rapunzel and the group that something is wrong in Corona. They've been invaded by outsiders, and, well, Corona needs help. So, of course, everybody prepares to leave, and Rapunzel is surprisingly in a good mood. She's not letting what Cass did get to her at first. So, yeah. And King Edmund and Adira, they're okay, don't worry. Cass does have Adira's sword now, but it's just because she knocked Adira away and she grabbed it. Adira's okay, Edmund's okay, they're both alive. So yeah, they chose just to keep watching over the Dark Kingdom and stay behind, for now. So, Rapunzel and the group get on the air balloon, get back to Corona, and of course Rapunzel is so happy to be home. She's not letting anything about Cass really enter her mind. She's trying not to think about it. She's just glad to be back. And, well, she finds the whole city is actually abandoned. The whole town's abandoned. Nobody's really around. So she decides to go see her father and see what the heck is going on. She had also seen that the people of Corona are being forced to gather up these crystals. And apparently it was the order of the king and queen. So, yeah. She goes to see her family, and they don't even know who she is. And I thought that this would be the case. Actually, because of spoilers for upcoming episodes, I'm not going to talk about them, but yeah. So, yeah, they don't recognize her, and then we find out who invaded Corona. The Separatists of Seporia. Andrew, the guy from the episode Under Wraps, is back. And he's brought some flunkies along with him, including Varian. Yes. Varian seems to be on the side of evil still. Or is he? We'll see. But yeah, it turns out he helped them by erasing their memories so that they could take control of Corona. And yeah, it's not good. Not good at all. So the group tries to fight them off and get them out of Corona. And they do okay at first, but then they eventually do get overpowered and are forced out and are forced to retreat. And they hide out with Xavier, who you might remember from Queen for a Day. He was the one who told Rapunzel about the machine that could stop the dangerous snowstorm. So yeah. And they're kind of trying to come up with a plan, try to decompress, and just think things through at first, but not Rapunzel exactly. She makes herself a new frying pan because hers got destroyed in the previous fight, and she paints the Corona sun symbol on it. I think it looks exactly like the one Disney Store is selling right now, which is funny. I might have to get it now. Anyway, but yeah, after finishing her frying pan repair, she decides to sneak back into the castle and try to get through to her parents, I'm guessing. Or at least try to get the Separatists of Seporia out. Try and do something. She doesn't want to just stand behind. And even before that, Eugene was trying to get her to talk about Cass, but again, she's still not. So yeah, she's snuck off. Eugene's worried about her. And yeah, Rapunzel eventually ends up in Cassandra's room, and remembers Cass talking about how you get to collect stuff when you're the daughter of the captain of the guard, because she's got a bunch of weapons, and she takes out Cassandra's handmaiden dress that she had, and this is when she starts to break down and says, I thought she'd always be here, because she hasn't said anything, but she really just, it is getting to her. She's just not talking about it. This is the first time you actually see her kind of really get upset about it. However, this leads her to getting caught by Varian and the other separatists, and, well, yeah, they decide to lock her up in the dungeon, and it turns out Varian has made a very dangerous chemical that he wanted to use to erase everyone's memory. He had already done with the king and queen, but, you know, erase the entire kingdom of Corona's memory. But the separatists have another idea for this chemical because it's explosive. They figure, forget that plan, we're just gonna blow up Corona and take it over, rebuild it as New Seporia or whatever. So yeah, but Varian is actually not for this plan. He didn't want anyone to get hurt. He just wanted to make everyone forget so that maybe they would forgive him and actually be his friends again. Rapunzel specifically. And, well, Varian does actually turn against the separatists. And he doesn't win, he gets locked up for it, but this gives him and Rapunzel a chance to finally talk. And yeah, Rapunzel just explains what had happened, that the kingdom needed her, there was nothing she could really do. She wishes there was at the time, but yeah, she never meant to break a promise, is what she tells him. And, yeah, I think Varian finally understands that. And this is when he reveals to Rapunzel that he wanted to make everybody forget so that they could all be friends again, that they could forgive him and he could just, well, go back to his regular life. So, yeah, this allows them to finally make up and be friends again because, well, Cass now understands, or not Cass, Rapunzel finally understands what it's like to feel so betrayed after what Cass did. So yeah, they decide to team up after Eugene breaks her and Varian out of the cell. They decide to team up and stop the separatists from blowing up Corona with this chemical. So yeah, they sneak onto the boat that they were using. Well, it's a boat in the air. They use balloons to get it to float up. But yeah, it's got the barrels of uranium. Is that what Varian called it? I think so. Anyway, so they sneak up on there, fight the separatists, and with Varian's help, they do get them off the boat. But a part of the boat, one of the things keeping it afloat, broke. So now it's sinking, and if it hits the ground, it's still going to explode and destroy Corona. So they come up with a secondary plan of, hey, if we can get it high enough and heat it up enough, we can just blow it to smithereens up in the air and nothing will get hurt. But we have to be high enough. And Varian decides that he was going to do it. But Rapunzel then just says, no. I have a shield of magic hair that can protect me. You don't. And she takes her hair and lowers him back down to safety. So yeah. And Rapunzel succeeds. She gets the thing high up in the air, high enough where nothing can get hurt, heats up the chemical so it'll explode, and jumps and uses her magical hair to survive. It works. And of course, Eugene and Lance, they were off trying to get Rapunzel's parents, by the way. So yeah, they succeeded in that mission, and everything is okay, pretty much. Corona is free, and, well, there's only one thing left for Rapunzel to do. And that is keep her word to Varian and help Kieran. So they decide to go to where he is in Old Corona, and Rapunzel decides to use the reverse healing incantation. She tells Varian and warns him, this is dangerous, you're gonna have to snap me out of it, because once I start singing this, once I use this, I can't stop. I don't have control. So snap me out of it before it's too late. And she does it. Wither and decay, and this destiny, break these earthly chains, and set the spirit free. And it works. The amber around Kieran works. and he is still alive, he's okay, and Varian just runs and hugs to him, and is able to snap Rapunzel out of it. The water that he was going to use didn't work, but Varian tells her, hey, you never gave up on me. It's going to be fine. You never gave up on me. Snap out of it. It works. Then Varian goes to hug Kieran, and we finally learn what was on the silly note that he's been holding in his hand for, what, a year now? And all it said was, I'm proud of you, as it turns out, which is all Varian wanted to ever hear from him. So, he made him proud. He finally did it. And then everyone celebrates. Rapunzel is in her new Season 3 attire. I really want to make that for my Tangled the Series doll because I really like her new outfit. It's cute. And of course, Disney Store isn't going to make any fashion hacks. Whatever. Doesn't matter to you guys. But yes, this episode was fantastic. We have a good ending song, Stronger Than Ever Before, I believe, is going to be the name of it. So good. This whole episode was so good. We finally know the truth about Cass. We finally understand what the heck she was thinking, why she did what she did. Varian's back on our side, so I'm guessing for a good chunk now, Varian's going to take Cassandra's place in Rapunzel's group, which is fine. We all love Varian. I mean, I was still pretty mad at him after what he did in Secret of the Sun Drop, but he's not a bad kid, and I'm glad that he's back on our side and will help. Who knows? Maybe he'll get through to Cass. You never know. But we may not see her for a while. We're probably not going to see her until the mid-season Cassandra's Revenge, which doesn't have an air date yet. Oh boy. But yeah, I am excited for the rest of the season. This was such an amazing start. Oh my gosh. Ugh. I'm going to be so sad when it's all over, but let's enjoy it while we can, right? Amazing episode. I give it a 10 out of 10. It was so good. So good. Good songs, good animation, just great story overall throughout the premiere. This whole series has been a great story. My God. Thank you, Chris Sonnenberg, Ricky Roxborough, everybody who worked on the show. It's so good. And I can't wait to see how it ends. I'm going to be sad, but I can't wait. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this review, enjoyed this video. Please check this freaking series out if you haven't yet. It's beyond worth watching. I'm telling you. And we're getting episodes every day this week, the next 2 weeks, at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please make sure you watch it and spread the word. Because, yeah, guess what? Disney Channel did not even promote that this was really happening. They released one clip and one tweet listing the episodes that are coming out this week. And that was supposed to be the promotion, I guess. Pathetic. Anyway, please spread the word, because this show is great and it deserves everything. It deserves every bit of viewership it can get. Spread the word. But yeah, I won't ramble anymore. This episode was so good. But yeah, until tomorrow's episode, I will see you guys next time.